All right, what's up, guys? This is Cole, aka Proximity, bringing you my first week of the analysis series on the Chaotix Gaming channel. Last week, we had Justin analyzing an Eden Slayer, I believe, or is it Eden Strongholds? It's an Eden, I know for sure. I can't quite remember. But this week, you're stuck with me, so I'm just going to be running you through a theater game here. This is a scrim gameplay I had from tonight, playing against team... I don't know their team name. Team Takedown. We're going to call them Team Takedown. So it's my team, Vital Esports. Why did the scoreboard go away? Dude, the theater mode's so broken. Okay, there you go. So you see my team, Reclaimer, Epoch, Tyler, and myself, or Corpsic, and we're playing against Aurora, Action Man. I like Cheese 2, and Dread Takedown was just Takedown. They're a pretty solid squad. We had some decent games. We ended up, we were up 3-1 in the scrim, and they had to get off, so they weren't able to play. But we're going to be going over Empire Strongholds today, and I'm going to just be breaking down, you know, the drill, the game. Let me turn those off. I don't want the outlines on. Have you ever seen one of my analysis videos? I don't like having the outlines on because that shows too much information, and I don't want you guys to, like, think my decision-making is being made up. I want you guys to understand, like, everything I'm telling you right here is, like, you know, I genuinely have thought of this on my own. Dude, how do I get my reticle to come back? There it is. Okay, so, off the rip, there's a couple ways to break out. Some teams like to stay and capture the home base here. You know, you can cap your home flag, but a lot of teams don't, just because, really, the more important things on the map are this green gun here. It's actually already picked up. I think Tyler grabbed it. There's a plasma pistol. It's very big because if you get this and they happen to get the overshield, which is up here in a very neutral spot, if you get the green gun and they get overshield, you have a good chance of trying to break that because a fully charged shot will drain the overshield. You should know that, but in case you don't, now you do. And there's also the saw, which spawns inside the tower, and I'm coming to contest that because you know, it's a power up. It's the only power weapon on the map in this game type. So I'm headed this way. We sent 2 to overshield outside. One's going to be up here on the fan, and the other one's going to be diving. They're probably doing something very similar. They actually had 4 run outside. Wow, that is weird. Okay, so yeah, I'm playing here for the saw, and the reason why I'm nading so early, and actually I don't normally go this way. I normally go. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to explain everything. I normally go this way. I normally go through the security area and dive this way, which is a lot faster. But because I figured somebody was going to be doing that, I decided to switch it up a little bit, come in from this way, and there's also these barrels here. And you'll see that this nade's going to blow us up, and that's an instant kill. So if I could have timed that right, I would have killed him, just diving for saw. But back to it. I ended up noticing that nobody was there, so I grabbed the saw, and now I'm coming out to help my team. I know that we did not get the overshield. I heard that call. I actually think it got drained, if I recall. Yeah, pretty sure it got drained. And so now I'm up here just trying to slow him down. I'm laying in shots here to this turbine, and made him one shot. I see this guy jump in, and I end up getting that kill. Now I made that guy one shot. Tyler's looking for him. We're good. Now, you can see here that at this moment, they are getting blue base. When they won the outside encounter, they pushed straight through outside and started going for blue base, and that's why they're over there already. But as I mentioned, most teams don't go for the home base, so it really doesn't hurt us too much. We have bottom pit now, which is really good. When Tyler grabbed green gun and realized he wasn't being challenged, he just stayed in it and got it for us, which is really good. So yeah, now I'm pushing through to red. I end up turning and burning this guy. He kind of gets poopied. So we got that. Now we're going to end up with a 2-cap here. And we are going to have map control, sort of. We're not going to have map control too much, and here's why. Ideally, we can have everybody in power positions, but right now, just because of everything that just happened, nobody's in a power position, and the only spawn that was left wide open, because I have Clay in here, or this CJ, the blue outside spawn was open. This general outside area and blue. And so you can see they're pushing into blue from there. They're going to spawn in this area. And as a result, they are immediately overextending, as you see here, and they're trying to come this way towards our flag. So in order to break setups on this map, the thing you never really want to do, and actually, I'll explain it when I get to that part of the game, but the thing you never want to do, if you're in a 2-cap, actually, let's say you're in a 3-cap, the first thing you want to do is get a home base. You never want to try to hop pit. Hopping pit is so hard. This is easily the hardest stronghold on any map to convert. Anybody will tell you. It's so difficult because it's just a nade trap, and this map's so small, anybody can get to it so quickly because the Spartans in this game are so fast, and you can just, you know, get there to contest. So they already have a home flag, which is good for them, but they're going to try to break, just kind of like get behind us and kind of catch us off guard. That's not a bad play on their part. It's definitely a good one because if you can get a 2-cap on the outsides, it makes it very easy for you to try to get pit. Because if you can get the 2-caps on the home flags, which it doesn't, it's actually pretty common because of this fact that I'm explaining right now. It's very difficult to convert pit without having like multiple numbers dead and then having multiple numbers in the pit. And since they're coming off of a spawn, their first reaction, since they don't have numbers, they don't have map control, nobody's in a good position, their first reaction is to go ahead and overextend, get into our base, hop in it, and then try to get a conversion. And if they were to do that, now we as a team would have to play for a home flag because having pit does nothing for us. And so while we're busy getting a home flag, which let's just say we decided to come to blue here, they have an easier time getting into pit. And so that's why that's beneficial. That's why they're doing that. And thankfully, we recognized this really quickly. I was looking for potential spawners at the thing, but then I realized, we're not there. Okay, so we killed one, but we know 2 more coming this way. And I know they spawned out there, as I mentioned. So now I'm trying to position myself quickly. And actually, I want to tap on this real quick. This is actually this is just a small thing that I did that's really smart. If you guys would I just want to elaborate on this real quick. I'm trying not to make this video too long. I always get really in-depth analysis. Okay, so now I killed Action Man. You can't see it, but he started converting the objective. He was standing inside of our stronghold. Okay, the theater's broken, so you can't see it, but the progress bar had gone up a bit. They weren't even close to capping it, but the progress bar was there. So now you'll notice I got takedown to back off here. I'm weak, but I want to get myself in a better position because I know that he's going to be coming in, and I want to catch him off guard. So what I did here is I started walking forward, and if you notice, I was very careful to not step inside the stronghold, because if you step inside the stronghold, you reset the progress bar, and if I do that, then he could figure out, hey, I'm getting pushed here because one of them stepped in it. But since I didn't, he does not know that I am now in his face. Now I'm on this side of the base instead of being on the platform, and now I'm in a good position. Now I'm hiding here, using my radar, whipping out the AR, just like all those, H5 kids do, right? And I'm waiting. I see 2 people here. Come out. Didn't get the backsmack on that guy. I probably had a little bit of a mistake on target selection. I kind of freaked out when that guy got close to me when he jumped up, and I went for the melee. I could have made a better play there, but 3 of them push, so now we know they're having 3 push red, which is what they wanted. CJ's kind of a last-ditch effort there, but he was going to die. He's in a bad position. He was actually trying to stay alive there, but they made it look for him. But we ended up saving it. And I got a touch on mid, and I'm coming to help Clay over here, try to get this 3 cap. We got the 3 cap. One came in here. I got the nice kill on him. All right, so now we have a 3 cap. I really wish the strongholds weren't broken, man. That sucks. This makes it so difficult. I'm diving this because I'm contesting it, so you would know that if this was showing up. Is there a way to fix that? Let me see if I can get him to come back, possibly. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. All right, well, rip. Okay, we're going on without him. Okay, I know they're converting this one, and I tried to come save it, but I wasn't quick enough. And now, as a result, I'm going to get screwed over. And we end up going 3 dead here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we go 3 dead. Okay. So, now they're in a pretty good position. They have a home base, and they have numbers. They're going to be able to grab that saw. But I know Overshield's about to be coming up, so right off the rip, I spawn out here, and I have my teammates coming, but they're a little bit behind. And I'm waiting. I'm expecting them to come. And then I finally decide, you know what? I'm going to dive it. Nobody's here. I got melted. It was just a really bad timing play, and they had a really good pinch, as you see. So they ended up pinching it, playing it really slow. That was actually a really good play on their part. Like, I'm going to commend them for it. They had nobody pushing out, and so I had this false sense of security there to just dive for Overshield, and it did not work for me. So now we are in a 2 cap. They have pit, and they have what's it called? Red. They have red. See, I would know that if it weren't for this stupid thing. Why am I rapping here? Oh, I'm rapping because it's getting contested. There you go. Okay, see, I would know this. This is frustrating. This makes it so hard for me to analyze here. Okay, so I went to go try to save that 3 cap. Didn't happen. Now, I want to point out, we went up 32 all off the rip of this game, and now they have a 3 cap. It's 34-15. Very quickly, we're going to be tied up. And that's because on this map, if you can get the control, it's very difficult to break out of. See, I got that kill there. That's great, but we went 3 dead, and now I'm about to go down. I know I'm about to go down. Overshield still has some. I end up finally draining his Overshield there, and I end up dying. I was trying to get much dead. All right, so this map is so momentum-based because you know if you can get the top control and you can really lock it down, it's very hard for us to try to convert because all of the, so the map's small, all of the, what's called strongholds are very easy to grenade, very easy to stop, and it's very easy for people to get around the map, as I mentioned. Now, I want to elaborate on this play too. This was not a good play, so it's not a bad play, it's an okay play. I'm not crazy about this play though, I just want to say this. There are 2 good ways to break out of a setup on this map. It takes a lot of coordination, but you basically, if you can get control of outside and you have a home flag, it's very easy to then end up converting. Because you can push in from to right, you can send one here to their outside. And what you're going to do is, like, if we have home base here, right, as we do, And we have, like, let's say we have somebody here at either our window or on our platform. And then we have one person pushing out towards pit in our courtyard, and we have one person in the turbine, and then we have one person over here. Now it's very easy for us to try to break because they're all going to be spawning either in the tower or at their plat. And this is easy because we all have angles. We're all able to end up getting into the pit. The person at turbine and the person at the front of the base can hop in the pit and contest. Start converting it. We have angles on pretty much everything, and they're going to be spawning into our sites. So we have a very easy job to kill them and end up converting. That is what we want. But that requires a swift 4-down and being able to get outside. So that's not easy to do, but you basically want to try to break outside. That's the best way you're going to get things done. Going through tower doesn't really work because tower, while you do have high ground, this is a good position when you have control, but not to break control because it's a nade trap, you have high ground, you're very exposed from pretty much every angle. People can shoot you from wherever. But lots of cover outside, lots of cover because they can't really see it. Okay, so the other option, which is what we try to do here, and it's not a great, it works sometimes. Basically what you do is you kind of just hop in, so they know you're contesting, and then you have to win your one-on-ones, and if you do that, you're going to get it. So you can see here what happens is, I'm in, and then we have somebody else coming in here. Oh, they came in right behind me, okay. It's CJ right behind me. So we're 2-gapping it, but I noticed that they're coming from turbine already, so I hopped out to try to slow them down and maybe get a kill. I thought there was only one, there ended up being 2. And this is why this play is not that great, because it's so unpredictable. See, I jumped up here thinking I was going to be in a one-on-one with this guy here, but there turned out to be a second guy, and now I'm just screwed in 2v1. They're going to get me dead. I slowed them down as long as I could. As you can see, I didn't go in for a melee. I was going to try to stay alive, because I'm just trying to live. Didn't work. And now there's 2 people in turbine coming in, and they're flying in from as well. So, like, they're coming in from their plat as well. So that play can work if you slay properly, but it's really just, it's so unpredictable and unreliable. That's why I don't like it, and so we didn't do that again. But I just wanted to go ahead and emphasize like why that it's a possible play, but not a great play. How do I get back into first person, dude? There we go. Okay. So off spawn, we're just trying to end up getting some picks. We know there's pretty spread. I did not see the guy red VR, and he killed me. So they're just doing a good job. They know where we're spawning. They're collapsing on our spawns. This map's pretty easy to do that. They know we're spawning red plat right now, but this is the thing about this map. They pushed in too hard to red plat before we all spawned. Now CJ and I spawned out. And now this is what screws them in this situation. I think they actually end up stopping me here. They do, because one comes blue plat and kills me. Yeah, see, there he is. That goes back to being able to get around the map quickly, because they ended up realizing it. But it's very easy to predict where they're going to spawn on this map and control it. But if you're too quick, you'll spawn people out, because you'll put too much negative influence. When our teammates spawned red plat, that was a good play for them to be collapsing on it, but they ended up pushing our spawn to the blue outside. But they realized that, and somebody wrapped and made a good play and stopped me. So good stuff. Tyler hit him with a 5. Going back to me. Let's find me. I spawned it. Okay. I killed takedown here. We have 2 dead now. I die, but we got pit. And that's... So now... The reason... Okay, hold on. I gotta back up again. I'm sorry. Alright, we're at 13 minutes. Alright, I'm trying to keep this short, guys. I promise. Pretty soon I'm just gonna be rolling it out. Okay, so I died here. We know one's a blue. We went 2 dead. Tyler gets 1. Now we're hopping pit because we know one's in blue, and we have him zone, and we've cleared out the others. We haven't cleared out the others. No. Tyler's trying to distract them. Okay, sorry, my fault. I would know this better if they were the stupid stronghold thing. They killed us out of red. Tyler hops here to try to get these guys who pushed in to wrap back. And what is he doing? Look at this guy. See, he's freaking out. So they could have pushed in to get a 3-cap here, but when Tyler hops pit, they go, oh no, they're getting pit. And so they stop doing this, and then they come back and start contesting pit. So it's a very good play on Tyler's part. It's a very good heads-up play. It's very good stuff. But now at this point, we kind of got to roll with it. And so when we spawn, we're flying in to help. And Tyler wins his one-on-one. I come over here and win mine. Now they're 2 dead. Tyler's still getting contested, and somebody else dropped in, and now we have it. So that's one of those on-the-fly plays that can help break if you're smart enough to do it. Tyler made a very good play there. I'm going to get back to me whenever I spawn. So now we have a 2-cap. How do I get my first person? And I'm coming here to try to stop this, because they are diving in immediately again. I ended up going down for a team nade. We're just trying to play for this contest here. I'm pretty sure we end up losing this game. I'm going to try to just walk straight through this gameplay from now on without having to pause it. Okay, alright. So now we have the lead. We know we're spawning. We know they're spawning red plat. I know it just because I know the spawns really well. And they have the home base. But I'm saying, like, that's why I immediately just am going for it. That's not, like, I don't want to break down why the spawns are the way they are every single moment, because I could talk for hours on the spawn system. But I wrapped here because I had green gun, and I know he had overshield. He ends up melting me with his AR. I'm really not sure how I died so quickly to that. But they ended up they're going to get this cap here. And so they're going to be back into a 2 cap. But we still have the pit, and Tyler ended up wrapping for red, so he's in the middle of converting that one. Or he's not. He's not. I am having to make some of this up off the top of my head because I don't know I don't know which ones are getting capped at the moment. Tyler was getting a 2-piece saving mid. That's what he was doing. Okay. So now we're focusing on a home base, as I mentioned earlier, because if you don't have pit, right, we have pit, but we don't have a home flag. So now our priority is to get a damn home flag. But they have an easy time hopping pit if they're quick. But we are power capping blue here because we're trying to. And then this is, I think, CJ shooting them off spawn because he knows where they're going to be spawning. We know somewhere outside here. We're trying to slow them down just so we can get it. And then CJ knows that one's going to be spawning red plat. And so he's shooting at them. Now we're trying to power cap this. Go back to me. All right, now we're back in the... We have 2, so we're good. Now we're going to try to spread the map here and just try to keep some control. Where are we? Here we go. All right, so I'm staying top tower, try to keep this high ground. Like I said, this is a good position if you have the 2 cap. They are very spread on the outside, though, and that's something that we shouldn't have done. We gave them all of the outside, and that's why we just got to switch 4 down. Because giving them outside was a huge mistake because you can go anywhere from outside, and you have so much cover. Yeah, that was the flaw in that, and that's why we got broken. But we got a good spawn here. So the reason we spawned here is because they hopped into the pit. You wouldn't spawn pit anyways. Tower is an open spawn too, but they're all hopping blue there. You can see that, and that is why we spawned red. So just because you have a stronghold does not mean that they're not going to spawn there. That certainly does not mean that in any case. If you're capturing the stronghold, there's negative influence there, so we spawned here. That also means we could have spawned blue plat. It's a possibility. But there's a whole lot of other variables that go into that. So I ended up getting killed. We got our 2 cap back, but they ended up getting pit as well. So we just lost it immediately. Like, we got the home base, but they got pit. So hold on, let me get back to me. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. So now we're trying to get some slays here. I got a nice 5 shot here. We have 1 dead, 2 dead. Now we're playing for pit because we have numbers. I'm about to get this guy plat. That's 3. We're missing 1. He's front tower. We know where he is. So just real quick to understand why we do that. If you know that we have a 4v2 in that situation, see, we killed 2 people. If we have 4 and they only have 2, we know we can just dive into the pit. And now there's 2 people that have to stop 4 because like even if all 4 of us aren't in the pit, all 4 of us are going to be able to shoot the 2 people. So we know that we located 1 tower, and I knew this guy was going to be plat, and so I killed him. That's not the same guy, but you know what I mean. Yeah, you just have numbers, so it's very easy because you can team shot and you can get the stronghold like you want. So now Tyler's coming to help with outside. Making a good play. Clay just grabbed overshield, and he was going to push in to... He was going to push into blue, but 2 of them came back to cut him off. So he was going to push to try to get like a cap to just kind of distract and maybe even capture it. I'll explain a really good play that happens with that in a minute. Right now we're just trying to hold the 2 cap. I ended up getting green gunned, but Epoch CJ picks him up. Now we have numbers. Likewise, if you don't have numbers, I was just explaining the numbers thing. If you don't have numbers, you really don't want to be hopping strongholds because like if we hopped bottom mid when we were in a 2v4, then we know there's 4 people we got to deal with as a 2. And so this going to be really difficult to stop. But right now, all we're trying to do is control high ground, control the spawns. We know where they're spawning. We know 1's in tower. Actually, no, 2's in tower, and I'm pushing it right now. I know 1's 1 shot. I got him. The other one was closer than I wanted him to be, but I just stayed alive here. I actually challenged this because I knew he was going to be nading, and I was right, but I just wasn't able to hit the shots. Staying alive nonetheless. Locking down tower. We gave it up outside, but we know it, so we're already looking at it. I made 1 shot. I see this guy breaking towards red. I called him out. I'm looking towards blue because Tyler got his call out. Oh, no, this is Tyler's good play. This is Tyler's good play. I want to elaborate this. I want to applaud Tyler for this play right here. All right, so we know we got to get back to the point that I'm talking about. Okay, we know they're spawning outside here, and like Tyler was helping me with I was calling out the tower kid, and Tyler was looking to see if he came back. But now Tyler knows they're outside, and what he does here, which is such a good play, he knows they're spawning blue outside, and knows they're spawning main outside, and so instead of just letting them all, because like this guy's already moving this way, instead of just letting them all push out here and get that counterplay that we saw from the beginning that they were trying to do, which is a really good way to break, and at this point, you know, we're late in the game, they're trying to stop us really. What Tyler's doing here is such a good play, and look, this guy's coming back too. You know, this guy, we know the tower guy's there, we know what they're doing. Tyler gets in here. Now he's contesting. At this point, Tyler has zero intention of actually trying to capture and get the 3 cap. What he's trying to do right now is exactly what you're seeing happening right here. You're going to see this guy turn around. 1's coming back. And I think we ended up killing this guy tower. But what he's doing is now he's pulling numbers away from there. So now what numbers, they would have had a 3-man push out here. They would have had a huge advantage here. But instead, now they only have a 2-man push because Tyler pulled one away. So this guy's as good as dead, basically, because Tyler's probably going to die here. It doesn't matter because now we have numbers in the places that matter, which is the center of the map. So that's a really good play on Tyler's half. He's not even worried about it. He ends up getting killed. No big deal. But now look at this guy. Now he's all the way out of position here. And I know where he is because Tyler calls him out. And you can see me shooting at him. So, like, that's just, like, that's a huge play on Tyler's part. That's a huge heads-up play, and, like, it helps so much. Now, I'm staying alive in the tower. I end up making this kid. He eats so much, but I end up getting him. Now we have 2 dead, and 3 dead. Boom. All dead. We got all of them. Huge play on Tyler. He pulled him. He slowed him down going outside. He distracted him. He pulled one away. Now, I know they're spawning outside. I saw them going for red. I come to help here. Now, at this point, I knew they were coming for red, and so I called out that we go ahead and go for a counter at blue, and we are immediately already on it. Boom, boom, boom. See? Now, they spawned here. They're all going to try to push red. Desperation at this point. We have 93 points, and now we're going for blue. They only have one person wrapped for blue. See, they're aware of it, but that's just a really good play. So I died, but that's okay. I didn't think they were going to send 3. I knew they were going to send multiples, but I also didn't think they'd all just run in like that. I guess I probably should have been smarter about it just because I knew the point of the game. We ended up getting blue, though, and we have mid. Now all we have to do here, I jumped in just to kind of contest, but they ended up being, like, right on top of me. And there you go. That's it, boys. That's how we did it. We ended up winning. We won 161, as you saw. I hope you guys learned from this. Big plays coming out of Tyler there. Big plays coming out of all of us, really. All of my teams did a really good job. A lot of it could have been cleaner. I wanted to emphasize that bad play. Like that, it's not a bad push if it works. What I did whenever we spawned and we went for the contest play and try to win the contest, but that is not the ideal way. So what you really want to do to break a setup, make sure you're trying to push the outside, control the outside. But the outside's, it's only so good if you don't have a home base, like if you're not in your home base. Because you see, we let them spawn a couple times outside, and it worked for them once because they were able to push through. But if we're on top of it and knowing that they're going to be trying to like collapse on a base so we can cut them off, we can really keep them bottlenecked out here. And yeah. So all right, guys. I hope you learned from this. I hope it was enjoyable. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. And like I said, in a couple weeks we're gonna have it set up to where you guys can submit user gameplay. And I hope you guys can look forward to that, and maybe we can teach you guys something even more. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Next week's Justin's. I'll see you guys in the next one.